that very moment that we're going to surface probably what they were looking for based on where they are. Now, they can still search through the application and find other content. But again, from what we know as working for an airline, we know that at a certain point along the travel ribbon, that's when customers would be looking for information. And just real quick on the travel ribbon, it's a term we use in the airline industry just to explain what are the stages that the customer goes through, where it's from the pre-booking and inspiration phase where they're looking for their flights. Then there's the post-booking phase where they've booked their flight and they're sitting in anticipation of getting ready to travel. There's the day of travel where they get to the airport and they get on board. They're actually taking the flight. Then there's the post-trip where they've landed at their destination and they're experiencing, vacation or on business, and that goes full circle. So that's what we call the travel ribbon, and that's what I refer to there.
And so in other marketing lingo, the customer journey for the overall experience, as opposed to the path to purchase, which would be the kind of pre-booking, post-booking experience would be the typical path to purchase analogy. So the customer ribbon is really that entire immersive customer experience, and then you're really focusing on shedding light on how you can delight the customer throughout that experience.
Well, that's just it. We don't stop at the purchase. Just because you've purchased your flight, that's the beginning of the JetBlue experience. And so what happens after you book that flight is really important for us to make sure we're giving you that best experience.
Okay. So what I'm fascinated a bit too, and we've been talking about mobile and mobile marketing within the context of JetBlue Airways, but you've yet to bring up any idea of what the traditional marketer might come to you and say, well, what about mobile advertising? What about demand generation? What about driving traffic? Is that part of your story, or is that not a focus right now?
It's something that is going to mature over time. I will say, when we're talking about the beginning of JetBlue at mobile, I will try